I've been trying to make it through, ain't got no time for no break. Daddy told me just keep moving, don't make time for the hate. Everybody can't be doing what you doing, you be great. I've been walking with his greatness, I just play it like it's great. I've been trying to make it through, ain't got no time for no break. Daddy told me just keep moving, don't make time for the hate. Everybody can't be doing what you doing, you be great. I've been walking with his greatness, I just play it like it's great.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of COSAS BUENAS. Today I am here with my friend, the Taylor Morgan. I'm going to let her introduce herself, and then we're going to talk about who she is, what she does, and all the COSAS BUENAS about her. So tell us about yourself, Taylor. Who are you?
Whew, it's a lot to say about myself. I'm Taylor Morgan. I'm an artist, event planner. I have different events. I'm a host. I host different events. I host my own events or other events. I do a lot. I'm a production coordinator for Raw Austin. The list goes on and on and on and on.
The main thing is she sings. Hello.
I sing, period. I sing. I have shows that I'm featured, or it's just me being the headliner. Yeah, I have a nonprofit.
A lot of stuff. Yeah, no, I love it. So Taylor, she's not lying. She definitely does everything. She's definitely a master of a lot of trades. That's actually how we met. I think it was like almost 3 years ago now, maybe longer. It feels, I don't know. But we met. It feels longer. I feel like I've known you way longer. In a good way, it feels longer. But yeah, like I was doing makeup at one of the Raw events that she was coordinating. And yeah, we met like that. I did her makeup that night, and then ever since then, like basically. So she's turned from somebody who's
my favorite person,
client, and now we're like friends, and that's my homegirl. Like I love Taylor. So I wanted to have her on the show just because she does do so much, and she creates a lot of opportunities for people in Dallas to perform and showcase their talent, which is amazing because obviously she's doing her. She has an amazing voice. She's got some new music coming out, so look out for that. But I love that you provide opportunities for other people to shine as well. So what's your background? Like, have you always been into music? Have you always been a creative type of person? Or tell us about that.
Yes, I always been into music. I was always like in choir, the talent shows. I just always been creative. I like to take charge. That makes sense. I like to take charge, especially like when I was a part of like school productions, excuse me, I would make sure everything is good. I was like in high school, I was part of journalism, pet rally. I was a manager of the step team. I was in choir. I was like in all that good stuff. So then in college, I learned more about the entertainment and event planning, all that goodness. I started doing more open mics and just have fun with that. People start to know me. People start loving me and embracing me at school and outside of school. I did the pep rally there, like got to charge there, like over I think it was the music part. So music has always been a part of my life, point blank, period. So anything I do is something with music.
I love
just
it.
Playing the background, singing, or just whatever. It's been music.
Speaking about you as an artist, who have been your biggest inspirations? Because you definitely have a vibe and a unique sound to your type of music, as the audience will come to find out. So who has inspired you?
Ooh, so many people. You have, Jasmine Sullivan, Kim Burrell, LaShawn Pace, Stevie Wonder, Donny Hathaway, of course, Jill Scott, Ella Fitzgerald, Billie Holiday, Nancy Wilson, of course. There's so many people, but those are like the main people I just named. The Clark sisters, Kiara Sheard, even, honestly, my twin.
She can sing, man.
Right? Just different people.
How would you describe like the sound of your music? Because I don't know. To me, when I think of your music, it's like some chill vibes. I know there's like a more specific name for it. So what's like the sound of your music? The sound of my music,
that's like one of the best questions. I call it, my friend told me how I am and how my music is. They said it's organized chaos. Okay. So it's like I'm very organized, but at the same time, I'm still vibing and like to have a good time.
Yes.
But yeah, I just described like you never know. Honestly, you never know what you're gonna get with me. You don't know if you're gonna get gospel. You don't know if you're gonna get neo soul, R&B, pop, rock and roll. Like you just never know. It depends on how I'm feeling or even the scene that day.
Okay.
Like yesterday, it was like old school, chill vibes. Like we was on the patio, just chilling, having a good time. But yeah, you just never know what you're gonna get with Taylor Morgan. Never.
So do you feel like it's important, like as an artist, to just have stuff ready, like always ready to go? Because I like that you mentioned kind of go off the vibe too. I was there last night and the vibe was definitely chill, to say the least. Like it was nice outside. It was really good weather. People were just chilling, eating their food, watching. So do you feel like it's important to have a variety in your like repertoire, I guess?
Yeah, it's very important because you don't know who you sing it to.
Mm-hmm.
You might be like when you sing gospel, you might be touching somebody.
Yeah.
Or when you sing R&B, neo soul, whatever, somebody might been going through a relationship. Like, oh my God, that's my song, that's my jam. So you're singing that. You just never know. Like it might be a diverse crowd, so you have to please everyone so they can understand where you're coming from. Yes, you have to please yourself too. I mean, you have to connect with the crowd and so they can understand your heart, but you know, you gotta please your audience. I mean, they pay to get in. They're sitting there listening to you.
Right, yeah.
So that's why I always ask the owners or like whoever is putting on an event, I ask them like, hey, like what's the vibe you want? What are you going for? What do you want to do? And I set my set list off of that.
Yeah.
Like yesterday was like chill, old school vibes, but we're gonna freestyle a little bit too. Oh, you missed that. Oh, so good. I told the audience I just started vibing. I told the audience to like just just say some songs and I'll sing it, but remix it and do it my way. And it was so dope because I did like a 90s medley and then we went into that. It was dope. It was dope. That's when it got lit. So yeah.
Now that's one thing about Taylor. I like how all her shows that like I've seen video of and the couple or like the one, sadly, I've only seen like one in person. But one thing I know about Taylor is that she is very like interactive with the crowd, one. And not only that, but like you're never going to see the same performance from her twice. Like the way she sang a song at this venue, she might sing the exact same song another couple of times, but it's not going to sound the exact same. She's always just like down to be adventurous with her runs and just the way that she puts songs together. She's really creative. So if you ever go see her perform live, like you're in for a treat because you know, it's a good time. It's a really good time. So I have a question about, obviously, you know, when you're first starting out, you're trying to put yourself out there, you're going to have to sing songs that are not your own. Like we already mentioned, you have a variety of songs that you just have ready to go depending on what the crowd is looking like, the type of vibe, all of that. How do you manage to still show yourself through other people's songs?
What I learned is, I was just thinking about this the other day. I put myself in their position. Like I put myself where like, what made you write this or what made the other person write this and what were you feeling at that time? It's like the things that I've been through and all that, I just start to feel it. And then when I sing a song, I'm like, oh snap, that's what you was talking about? Okay. And like I may do the same songs, but I deliver it differently because each time I might have been going through what the song was talking about. And like with Holding Back the Years, or when I did You Got It Bad was my first time singing it. I wanted to go in, but I didn't go in that much because whatever. But like with Jill Scott, The Way, I sung that song a million times. But when you start to like really embrace it and enhance it, like whole nother story, Caught Up in a Rapture. It's just a feeling and like understanding what it means to you.
Yeah.
Like, are you in love? Or like you could just, if you're not in love, you can just picture yourself or like just think about a person that you're interested in and just see what happens and like what you want to happen.
Yeah.
So I mean it's like you have to connect with that song. I tell every person that you have to connect with that song in order for your audience member to understand your heart and where you coming from and make it your own, point blank, period. Because when you don't make it your own, people be like, I just heard this on the radio, so why are you doing the same thing?
Right.
Like, it's boring. Like, you gotta put your own spin and just have fun with it.
Have you ever like ran into a time or times where you kind of held back and like you regretted it? Like, whether it be with having fun with it or like just trying something a little out there. Like, tell us about those times.
Girl, I remember, I told somebody else this. I remember having one of my first, like, it wasn't a first, but like my own solo show. I noticed I wasn't really being myself. I was letting just one person, okay, it was this one person, wait, it was no name, you know what I'm saying? There was one person, they always said, I want to see you, by yourself. I don't never really hear you and all that type of shit. And I was like, well, why not I do a solo show? So when I did the solo show, I was like, I want this, I want that. I want, let's do it like this, boom, boom, boom. I didn't usually let it flow like I usually do. Mm-hmm. And with that one, it was weird because some of the songs I picked, I didn't really know all the words to them. Mm. And I was so upset with myself because I was like, that's not me. If I needed, I have the words right there. But the crazy thing was I had the words right there. And my feelings, it just wasn't awesome. It was okay. Other people were like, oh my God, you did so good. I was like, no, I did. I could have done better. No. And I didn't know all the words. And it was just, I feel like I'm singing songs that I wanted to prove myself when I already proved myself. I already doing what I love to do. So it's like I'm listening to other people say, do this, do that. You're going to be okay. It's going to be fine. But it's like I wasn't comfortable in what I was doing. I wasn't taking charge of me. It's like I could help anybody else, but when it came to me, it was different because it's me. It's the whole artist thing. So yeah, that was... It's been other times where I haven't been comfortable because people like, sing this, sing that. But I'd be like, no, I want to sing this. Or I might remix it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You're like, I'm going to do what I want. Sorry. Like, yeah.
Straight up. So I learned to just be Taylor and not nobody else. Yes, you could be intimidated by another artist sometimes because they can do this and you really can't. But at the same time, that's when you take charge and just do you. Just be like, I could do this too. Okay. They can't do that, but whatever, you still learning. You still embracing you.
Yeah. No. So you mentioned like during that time how you were kind of just really in your head and like you let your feelings basically kind of get the best of you. How do you deal with that when that happens? Because obviously like you're human, like we all are. We don't always feel amazing and all of that. So how do you combat that? Especially because for you, like you're a performer.
Yeah. I'm be honest with you, it's hard. It's hard sometimes because you can't let the audience members you just can't show that emotion. Yeah. Like when you upset, you can't really show this. Like, I want to so bad. You just But I mean, man, it's hard. Like you said, we're human. Yeah. We are definitely human, and we have our moments. Sometimes I might have to cry. Maybe I have an anxiety attack or panic mode. I'm like, I don't want to do it. I'm not doing this no more. No, I'm done. No, like I have a whole moment and my people be like, Taylor, it's okay. People have to literally calm me down because I'm just like, oh my God. So
when you take your stuff seriously, so like there's a lot of emotion that goes into that.
For real, but it's hard. I ain't gonna be front. And people don't notice, but sometimes people that's close to you, they put a lot of pressure on you. And it could be a lot. It'd be like, oh, okay. All right. Why did you do that? But okay. But I mean, it's cool. But I get over it. I'll calm down. I breathe and I pray. And I'll be like, okay. Let's go. I did that yesterday, literally. I was already fine, but I felt I had to take over. I had to, like I said, that's the main thing today, take charge. I had to take over, even though it was a little weird at first, but I had to like, wait a minute, this is who I am. You get into it, sis. Like, get into it real quick. Not even trying to be cocky or anything, but like, I want you to embrace this because you may be feeling a way that you just need to be chill and calm down and just have a good time. Like, let go and fly.
I love, one of my favorite things about Taylor, just as a person, not even just as a performer, is her confidence. Like, Taylor comes in the room and you know she's here. It's always good energy with her. And that's just something that she really maintains. Like, I can tell when stuff is wrong with her just because I know her pretty well. But aside from that, like, if I didn't know her, she would just always be, like, super happy. And that's the impression I would have of her. And I love that. And not only that, but just confidence. So how have you become confident over time? Or have you always been like this? What's been your journey with, like, the way you feel about yourself?
This is a good question. I love this question on so many levels. You know, I always had confidence as a kid. Always the bubbly one, be like, what? But still humble and sweet.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's times where I could be like, I'm not perfect. I don't feel pretty. I'm bloated. I look too big in this. That's not cute. Like, what was I doing with my hair? Why did I wear that? Why did I listen to them? Like, there's been times where I second guess myself. And honestly, I noticed with me lately, or just like these past couple years, I gained more confidence, especially, I say, after my breakup. That was hard because I was thinking to myself, I was like, am I pretty enough? Does anybody want me? Does anybody need me? Do I need to lose some more weight? Do I need to do this? I was second guessing myself. But honestly, during this quarantine, I feel so much better because I took time out for myself to just learn me, love me, and embrace me more. And I'm like, I'm that chick. Like, I hear all that, and I'll be like, oh, okay. But now I'll be like, what? Get into it. Like, it's like I came back. I always been like, I know. But it's like now I'm more free to say that.
Yeah.
It's like I always knew I was that chick. Like, I know what I can deliver. I know what I have to offer. But now it's like, you're right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because people could say, oh, God, you're beautiful. You're gorgeous. Like, thank you. Sometimes you don't feel it.
Yeah.
But it's like, when you start to feel it and you know it,
I feel like
it's
that
a
makes you,
whole
like,
nother.
unstoppable. Like, yeah, nobody can tell you nothing when it's at that point.
No, straight up, because I always had confidence. That's crazy. I always have confidence. But literally after that breakup, it kind of messed me up. We're going to be 100% real. So,
let's talk about it. Like, let's get into it a little bit.
Come on, like, sis.
Nothing too crazy. I don't want to put all your business out there, but obviously, like you said, it affected you, and I'm sure in turn it, like, affected what you were doing. Like,
you was there.
Yeah, I saw, like, she was going through it, y'all. Like, she was going through it. So how did you manage to, like, because even then, like, life couldn't stop all the way. Like, it might have slowed down a little bit because, you know, you were going through stuff, but life still couldn't stop. Like, you still have passions that you're following. You still got to, you know, pay some bills and stuff like that. Like, you still got to get up, basically. So when you were going through that really, like, rough patch, how did you manage to get up and get yourself through it? Like, even on the hardest days? It's like, I'm going to be honest, I didn't. No, I'm just kidding.
Girl, we about to be straight up. Like, you said, even on the hard days?
Yeah, like, how did you get up? Because, like, I mean, obviously there's going to be days where, like, it just wins. Like, your feelings are going to win. But it can't be like that every day. So, like.
Honestly, if I didn't have y'all and, like, my family, man, because, like, especially my mom. Like, my mom's, like, my best friend. She's crazy, but she's my best friend.
She is crazy, but in a good way. I love her.
In a good way.
I love her.
It is like, you know, she told me, she said she knew, she saw it. I didn't see a lot of stuff, but now I'm like, oh wow, that really happened. Like,
I think we all saw it, but, like, wanted to believe the best. Like, we saw it.
That's like, what it was.
Yeah.
That's literally, you saw it from the jump, and you was just like, oh, okay.
Because, like, you were happy, and, like, you wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt and stuff, but, like, yeah, it's like, obviously you don't want to be a hater and just right away. Like, I'm not even going to say that, because I would still tell Taylor how I felt. But then I'd be like, you know, hopefully it's not like that. Like, hopefully,
No, for real.
you know, like I was like, let me not even lie. I would still tell you. I didn't hold back at all.
Man,
but at the same time, I would
though.
also be like, what? Like, do you? Like, that's fine. Hopefully it turns out, like, hopefully I'm wrong type stuff.
That's how everybody was. That's how everybody was. Because they was like, okay, you know, they're a cute couple. Oh my gosh, she's happy, he's happy. But at the end of the day, it's just, and then like after that, it was hard. The thing about me is like if something happens, I'm like, oh, I'm done. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
What's next?
Right.
What's new? But with that took me some months. I didn't think that was gonna take me some months. I was like, I'm not used to this. Like, what's going on? I'm like, this is a lot. It's a lot of emotion. I was like, I can't. No. And that was hard, man. That was really hard because that was someone that I thought that could be it.
Yeah.
But obviously, I told my friend yesterday, I said, you know, everybody's not meant for you. Everybody's not meant to love you. Everybody's not meant to like you. Everybody's not supposed to be in a relationship with you. Maybe they just there to teach you or just be that friend. And you're learning through this process. So it took me a minute, but I remember it was one gig I did with a friend, and he said, I saw it. He said, I could tell you were down because my energy, it was low, but it was still there. Mm-hmm. But I wasn't bringing it like I usually bring it. So I learned me more, loved on me like so many times. And it's just, nope, my mom always said, know your worth, know your value. And I did. I was just like, she's right. Because like I always knew it, but like to really process it, it's like, wow, okay, got you. So now I'm straight. Like sometimes I do have those moments.
Ever, baby. Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And it's like, don't get me wrong. Sometimes, you know, when you meet guys, you do have those moments. You be like, oh, is he gonna be like the last one? Okay, why he do me like that? So it's like you have those moments, but at the same time, it's like you have to remember who you are and embrace who the hell you are and not give a damn.
Yeah.
About these motherfuckers. Like straight up, like people don't care all the time. It's always for clout.
Yeah. Yeah, this is true. This is true. So that leads me to my next question, because this is something that I feel like in our makeup therapy hangout sessions has come up a lot over the years. And it's basically like who you surround yourself with. I think she already knows where I'm going with this, what she about to say. But we have a lot of conversations, whether it be about her or me, but just about the people that are in our lives, right? And I feel like there's been quite a few times where both of us have run into situations where because we're nice people, we kind of end up getting taken advantage of because that's just us. Like, one, we're really nice. Two, even stuff that does bother us, like, it has to be at a certain level to, like, really affect us. Like, we're both pretty good at, like, it's whatever. Like, we always try to give people the benefit of the doubt. And with that just comes people that want to try it. Like, they just want to try it. With each other, like, I know with Taylor, there's been a few times, like, sadly, that I'm like, like, I just don't like her, or no, I wasn't feeling that, or, like, whatever. And that's just the kind of person I am. I tend to notice things, like, before other people do. And then in the end, like, just that stuff comes out true. And it turns out, you know, these people aren't the best. Like I said, it's happened to both of us. So let's talk about the importance of who's in your circle. I am a firm believer now that just you are who your friends are. I've done a lot of work over the years. I cut off a whole lot of people, whether it was necessary or not. And I feel like I'm at a point now where, like, my friends, they're all doing amazing things. They're all inspiring. Like, I don't have any friends that I would just consider, like, toxic. And I feel like because of that, it's created so much room for positivity and good things to, like, happen in my life. And I think Taylor would agree with the same thing. So how do you, like, well, I don't know, let's talk about your circle. Like, what's the importance of that to you? How does that help you? Because you even said it helped you with your breakup and stuff. And I don't think it would have been the same way if you didn't have, like, good people around you. I'm biased.
Yeah,
one of them was me, but, you know, like, you know, like, but, you know, the rest of them too. I'm just kidding.
Right, that part. My circle is so dope. y'all so dope. My team, I call y'all like the team, my
Literally.
tribe, because man, like my team professionally, it's crazy. I have a team like you, the makeup artist, then my stylist is like one of my good friends too.
Right.
My photographers are like my brother. Then my other photographers like my sister. So it's like I have a dope ass team.
You really do. I'm like, all of us are amazing.
My friend, like straight up, because what's so crazy, y'all know my vision before I can even tell y'all. And I love that. And then my friends, it's like what's so beautiful about everybody is like we can all work together, but still have that understanding. Okay, listen, we working, but later we're gonna talk. It's gonna be personal. And we all like respect each other. It's boundaries, of course. And it's like for the first time I can really say I have a solid team. Like I've been knowing people for some years, and I have a lot of low-key friends. I noticed that with y'all. Y'all are very quiet and low-key. And I have some friends that are married, but we still like, hey, you good? You all right? You know, mental health, like, you okay? You chilling? And it's like, if I ain't seen you in 3-5 years or whatever, we still be like, girl, you remember this? Like,
yeah.
And that's so beautiful because all of y'all are so real. All of y'all are so real with me. And I'm like, yeah, we have our moments, but we come back stronger because it's like, thank God we had that moment because, you know, how will we know how a person will feel?
Let's talk
like
about
me,
the
you
moment.
I was like, girl, me, you, yeah.
Girl, y'all, okay, so first of all, Taylor and I are a lot alike.
Too much alike. It's creepy.
And on top of that, we both are really like sensitive to other people's feelings. Like we could just tell. So even if like we know the other one's feeling a type of way, like we'll still try to like go around it because like we hope that eventually they're gonna say something, right? So that was kind of like a situation that happened with us. I think it was like the first year we knew each other. It's like been a minute already. And like I was feeling some type of way, she was feeling some type of way, and like we finally, like, I was ready to I literally told her, I was like, you need to just, like, go ahead and find another makeup artist. Like, I don't know. Like, because I would have rather just been her friend and, like, save the friendship without the business part because, like, it was just getting mixed up. And that was on both of us. Like, we got a little too comfortable, too quick, and then things, like, we were not communicating. Actually, we weren't communicating. That was the main issue. We just weren't.
That was the main issue.
So when we finally communicated, like, it wasn't no salty feelings, like, horrible, like, oh, I just don't mess with her at all. It was just more like, I don't want to do your makeup anymore. I would rather be your friend. And then she's like, well, why? Like, let's talk about it type stuff. Because I just want things to be, like, an easy fix. I said it, so now it's done. And Taylor's like, no, you're not going to do it. No, this is, no. Like, we're going to talk about this. So we got on the phone.
What is wrong?
She literally said, she's like, you're not going anywhere. Like, no, you're not. And I was like, what do you mean? So we got on the phone and we talked it out, and like it was cool. Like we understood where each other was coming from. Like we never during that situation like got snippy with each other or disrespectful with each other like at all. It was literally like we just both had feelings. We're both feelers, and we just had to talk about it low key, and it was good. But it really helped us grow because we just and like she, you know, we're both young, like, especially me with makeup. I hadn't been doing it, especially at that time, that long. So I didn't know how to, like, navigate, like, client friendships. And then on her end, like, she's figuring stuff out, too, you know? Like, neither one of us are, like, we're professionals, but we're not, like, know-it-alls. We don't know everything. So it was just, like, a pretty defining moment. But I feel like after that, it brought us so much closer as friends. But then that, like, it really did. Because, like, I think at that point we knew, like, okay, like, we can keep it real and it's going to be fine. And business-wise, it was good because then from there on, we had, like, those clear-cut, like, boundaries and expectations from each other. And, of course, like, we still talk mess here and there. Like, Taylor and I just like to talk stuff to each other. But, like, we just there was already a respect there before, and having that conversation, it just, like, we took each other a little more serious. Because, you know, when you're friends with somebody, you're just like, man, like, we'll be all right. We got all day. Like, they can come whenever, or vice versa. And that was really good. And I think she's able to do that with pretty much everybody on her team. So as an artist, how important is that for you to be able to actually talk and get people to see what you're talking about?
One, with that situation with me and you, I cried.
You did?
I cried. Because I remember you text me, and you was like, you know what, Taylor, I don't think we should do this anymore. I think you know, whatever. I got this going on. I was like, because that day was so crazy. Something else
just bad
happened with
timing.
another friend. So when you hit me, I cried. I was like, no, what? This is my friend. This is my makeup artist. She gets my vision. What is she doing? You're coming back. Get your life together. What are you doing?
Literally.
I was like, she was true. I was like, but what was so beautiful about it is that I don't tell everybody my business.
Same. Yeah.
And what it was, that was getting in the way with what we were doing creative or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, thank God that we literally took time to talk on the phone and just squash everything, because after the conversation, it's like, all right, this is how I feel. You feel this way. And then we were just like, so how's your day? Like, what's going on?
Literally, I think we ended the call like talking about the next year. Like, you were telling me dates you had coming up for concerts.
You was excited. Yes.
Yeah, like I was giving you ideas. Like we ended the call. It started off one way and it ended up being like a let's catch up, and then it turned into like a business call. Like we got a lot of confidence in that conversation.
and that's what I love about it. Is like we just talk about everything. And it's like Mel's like literally, she's like a sister, period. Like she's like one of my sisters. And I'll be like, you gonna say I love you too. I do that with all my people. I'll be like, what you doing? Hey, how you doing?
I like
hey.
for no reason.
Right. I'll be like, can you not? All of y'all do that to me. I'll be like, I don't care if I'm the only child or spoiled. I don't care.
It's fine.
But you said, what was the question? Wait, what was the question?
No, well, it was just really like how it, like, why is it so important? No, not why. Like what is the question? I'm just like, hold on, because
we was on now and have our own conversation.
We were. No, so like, why is it so important to be able to communicate with the people on your team?
Man, it's heavy. That's the most important thing that I have learned, because maybe some people don't do business the way I do business.
Yeah.
Some people don't communicate the way I communicate, and I know sometimes with me, I'll be real. Like sometimes I'll be like, like, how you doing? I think that you already get where I'm coming from when you already don't. Yeah. And that be sometimes my fault because I get so excited. Like, oh yeah, so this is what we're gonna do, boom, 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 boom. But then when I say some things or maybe do something, it don't even be out of like just being mean. Just like, so I'll just be like, oh bro, I was like, yo, but I catch myself and I will apologize with how I said it. And, you know, my team is so dope because it's like everybody understands me. Everybody gets me and I get them and I get y'all. And it's beautiful, man. It's like we need to, like, hey, like you need to get on me, you get on me. If I need to get on you, you do that. And I'll be like, hey, bet. Yeah. I'm like, whatever, but I'm here for it because you just charged me up and I feel so loved.
Like, talking about me. Like she's talking about
well, no, I'm talking about all y'all.
Okay, good. Like, I'm like, I feel attacked right now. I'm just kidding.
No, it's not even I tell my people, I was like, I love that. Please be real with me. And people be like, Taylor, you're too sensitive. It's like, I'm really not. If you're disrespectful and you're mean in the way you say it, I'm gonna feel some type of way because I don't like that. I don't like when people yell at me or just being mean for no reason. Right. And it's like with us, we be like, listen, I love you, but this is how it is. This is what's up. Like that's what all my people or y'all just say it. And then I'd be like, I can't talk to you for a day because the way you just did that and the way you acted, I need to get my thoughts together.
Let me process this.
But I told my sis the other day, I said, sis, you did it so rough. And it was a lot.
I wasn't expecting that.
I was like, I need to process this, but I understood where you was coming from. But girl, I'm sensitive, but I mean, who's not?
Yeah, no. You know? I feel like we're both sensitive, but we know the difference between like constructive criticism and like somebody just talking mess and being rude.
No, for real though. Yeah. So thank God for y'all. Like I said that the other day. I said my friends became my family, and I never really had a lot of friends. Yeah. So it's like now I have a dope tribe. Like for real, like it's dope.
You really do. Snaps to the team. Yes. So to go ahead and start kind of wrapping us up, there's a lot of, I know, young women that follow you and, you know, that are going to see you just even on here today. And like I've said already about Taylor, she's positive, like she's on her hustle. She gets up and makes things happen for herself. And her energy, it's great energy. She always brings that positivity to the room, the genuine, like authentic Taylor, on top of all the amazing things she does. So if there were any young women or little ladies out there watching, what advice do you have for them concerning anything? Like it could be about life, it could be about their career. What would you like to tell them?
What I would like to tell, no, I was like,
But I would like to tell.
Well, I would like to tell all the beautiful brown skin, melanin, vanilla, caramel, whatever you are. I would like to tell everybody, be you, be yourself, love yourself, embrace yourself, support yourself. Don't let anyone bring you down just because they're down. And just always know, like, keep God first in every little thing that you do. Don't matter if it's big, medium, small, whatever. Like, please keep God first, because it's like we wouldn't be here today. People are dying every day. And just be careful with, especially everything that's going on. Please be careful. Know your surroundings. Understand what's going on in our lives, because I remember my mom told me, she said, I want you to be careful. I don't want you to be another hashtag. So just be you, love you, and learn who not to be friends with, not to do business with, and not like always take an opportunity because it sound good. Because that opportunity don't always like appear. Yeah. Like people could call, oh yeah, I can do this, I can do that. It is never amazing, and you, at the end of the day, you get kind of messed up because you either didn't get paid or that experience was horrible. Yeah. So always know, learn, teach yourself. I can't say that. Learn, read, like straight up Google, talk to your friends. Like you can learn a lot from your friends, your parents, whoever you close to, whatever. Just learn that. Just learn, if you're trying to get a business, whatever you're trying to do, just teach yourself.
No, I love that you said that, because that's something we talked about on the last season, was like taking accountability for your own education in any regard. You know, I feel like we know a lot of really awesome people who are really smart. They have amazing businesses and just different things going for themselves. And none of us came from the same type of background, like at all.
Right.
But the one thing we all have in common is that we've taken the initiative to figure out what we want to do in our lane. And we've all taught ourselves. Like obviously other people help you along the way, and eventually like a mentor comes in at some point. But definitely like we've all taught ourselves and taken that accountability to where despite what we came from, despite what we do and do not know, we've educated ourselves for our own fields. Like we all do completely different stuff, but like that one common factor is that we've all taken accountability. And if we didn't know something, we took the time to figure it out and learn for ourselves. So
yeah, we did. Facts. Just man, support, love, embrace, and just be at peace too. Like for real, like just have that confidence. Know who you are before you even step into either a relationship or just a business relationship, because people can definitely take advantage of you. People know what they're about to do before you even open your mouth.
Yeah, this is true.
Like straight up, they already know how you feel. They can read you.
Yeah, like, and it's not even like just being on the defensive all the time. It's just knowing what you're stepping into, knowing what you're expecting from businesses and situations, and then going accordingly from there. Because as much as you want everybody to be on your team and like have the best interest in mind and be as kind as you are, the world isn't like that. So you have to be aware and alert to the stuff happening around you. I agree. Before we go, Taylor, so she has some awesome new music coming out. I'm so excited, but y'all are going to have to follow her to stay tuned for the details. Yep. Not only that, but she has a lot of events always going on. And don't be alarmed. You know, we're staying socially distanced and safe. She even does virtual events. So, like, we're not talking that you got to be in a crowd of people all the time to listen to her. All of Taylor's events, they're very different. So like I said, aside from her performance, you're just going to get something different every time you go. But definitely I'll let her share her socials and all of that. That way y'all can go follow her and keep up with the journey that is Taylor Morgan.
Instagram, the Taylor Morgan _ Taylor Morgan _ Facebook, Taylor Morgan, duh. But yeah, it's honestly Instagram and Facebook are the main two, especially Instagram. So Taylor Morgan _ So yeah,
And
that's
then
it. That's me.
if anybody wants to book you for an event, whether it be to host or perform, is all your booking info in your social media bio?
Yes, it's welcometomysesh at gmail.com. That's I keep you updated with that. I'll send it to you and go from there.
Yes, well, that is the Taylor Morgan, y'all. Thank you so much for joining us, girl. I had fun talking to you, and I hope y'all enjoyed
Anytime,
our
babe.
conversation. Like, bye, y'all.
Yay. Love you. Bye.